Hey everyone, yep, it's coming fast. The holiday seasons are here. But so we're gonna be taking a look at what my situation as far as this generation of video games here. This video game situation, I think, to some new ones. Even the new ones are right now having a lot of here, but. It's kind of, this generation to me, it's just, a whole lot of nothing going on. Remakes, yep. And yep, Franklin's coming in. Remakes, I think games that are still incomplete, and now they're 70 and they want to ask us for more. But I was in my net with catching some things here. It's actually going to be snow. It could be snowing in my island on Thanksgiving. I don't know. I want to. What's going to be out there, but that here. But leaves are falling. Mushrooms here. They're now serving hot cocoa. Yeah, you can. It's here. But this generation of gaming, it's just a drought. I think the last 3 generations of gaming this has been some problems. The last great generation was this to me was the 6th generation, where there's just gem after gem of games. And it was a perfect length here. This year, what do we get? There's just there's nothing original in this one here. I mean, Nintendo. I mean, there's been some couple of good originals here. Nintendo has released Mario Luigi, although there's some things I don't like they swapped the buttons around for their attacks, which kind of throw me off here. But this generation's been, I mean, I haven't touched my PS5 in generations. I think it's a couple of things. The games out there are just, there's just nothing appealing games anymore. Couple of the facts that we are right now, I like to play games out there anytime, anywhere. And also I think, what I thought about, they're adding a couple of new features here to streaming service in the PlayStation Portal. I think the PlayStation Portal is still overpriced. It's still glorified Wii U. The PS Portal, the PS5. And give me a break, Sony. And they're overcharging for a console for $700. And for what's it good for? It's a console with unoriginal games. There's no game, or just practically a drought one. That games you can get, you can just get on a PC or like that here. Sony and Microsoft is shying away from PCs, and but at the same time, let's just hang on the consoles by, you require a PSN account to access the thing here. You need to have an active PSN account to buy your Sony games on PC. But yeah, this generation of gaming was I think Nintendo was dominating this one here with, the games on the Switch. And I mean, the Switch has been selling pretty good because, well, the only reason why the Switch was selling good is because Nintendo, even Nintendo's having weak points here. Nintendo, why are you still advertising Mario Kart bundle with the Switch? yeah, you're aging. Your software, your hardware is aging. Many people already own the game or played the game so much. And let's just move on. And it's time to move on for next generation. But at the same time, preserve your games, Nintendo. But this generation, I mean, it's just been a desert. I mean, it's a desert with maybe an oasis. I think the oasis is Nintendo in a couple of areas. And right now, it's a situation where you just get a PC. Especially you have the GPD Win, Steam Deck, and some other PC handhelds coming out. I hear about the Microsoft releasing a handheld. I'm like, you already have an Xbox handheld. It's the Steam Deck. Since a lot of Xbox games are coming out on PC. So this just sums up this generation of gaming. I think Contract, I don't know what it is, but there's a game that people are despising now. Either it's because it doesn't work or anything like that. There's been some sellbacks in the PS5 Classic Edition, which is they've designed it like an original PlayStation. Yeah, the PS1 is 40 years old next year. No, 30 years old next year. The 8-bit NES is turning 40 next year. The Famicom just turned 40 last year. But I hopefully that, if you want to have a console, you need to make it exclusive. But even that along the way, it's just getting a barrier. But yeah, the consoles are just dying out like a dead mall series here. It's like going into a mall, but this generation's like going into a mall, but there's just empty stores. That's what the situation. That's what this generation is. So I think there might be one more generation, but it's just going to be a drought. Maybe except for Nintendo, but even though Nintendo will probably start thinking about shifting over to PC. But I say, yeah, 8th generation, no, 8th generation, I mean, there were broken games. 7th generation, constant reliabilities, remember the yellow lights and the red rings of death here. But this generation is just, it just makes the 7th generation look like gold. Like, it's making the 7th generation great. I mean, that's sad. I mean, if being the 7th generation was pathetic, and even the 8th, this generation's even making the 8th generation look bad, look great. This generation, if this generation is making the 8th generation look like its golden years, this is bad. And I think that something's going to have to change for the 10th generation. So yeah, and to sum it off in the end, it's off here. The Switch 2. Hopefully Nintendo is accepting SDUC cards, let alone SD cards. If they don't, it's harder because the 256 gigabytes of internal space in the next Switch, it's still puny. It's still just because I have a 2 terabyte SD card in the way. I'm going to upgrade this one here because my 1 terabyte card in there is full, and I have to swap games. So hopefully Nintendo will be smart enough to allow us to use SD cards on the next Switch, because 256 gigabytes in the next system, that's just nothing. And that's what I have to say. JD out. This 9th generation of gaming I think it's the worst. It even makes the 7th and 8th generation great compared to this one. Yeah.